Hello everybody, I am Dr. Pallavi Kaur and today I will be presenting a topic of playway method of teaching in the field of mathematics. The objective for this modules are that after the completion of this module, the teacher trainee will be able to explain playway method, list out the characteristics of playway method, describe how play helps in learning in the field of mathematics, provide uses of playway techniques for children and teachers, and give example of play which can be implemented in the field of primary mathematics. The playway method was conceived by Friedrich Wilhelm August Froebel, who is also the father of kindergarten method. According to Froebel, play is the highest expression of human development in childhood, for it alone is a free expression of what is in a child's soul. Before we start and learn about playway method, let us first find out what do we understand by the word play. Play means to do things for pleasure, enjoy yourself rather than the work, to do something for fun, to be involved in a game. The key elements of play are: the play must be pleasurable and enjoyable, play should be spontaneous and voluntary, play involves active engagement on the part of the player, and play involves an element of make-believe or creativity and imagination. Let us now know what does the word way means. It is a method, a technique to complete an event. So, the word playway means learning through play, or we can say learning through play is a term used in education and psychology to describe how a child can learn to make sense of the world around them. Playway method of learning is a child-centered method where the method of teaching is informal and natural to suit the child's interest. These kind of schools believe that learning is best through play activities. Let us now know the definitions of playway method. Ross suggests that play is a joyful, spontaneous and creative activity in which man find fullest self-expression. According to Thompson, play is impulse to carry out certain instinctive actions. Crow and Crow say that play is the activity in which a person engages himself when he is free to do what he wants to do. According to Froebel, play is the highest phase of child development and the source of all that is good. Through play, children can develop social and cognitive skills, they mature emotionally, they gain the self-confidence required to engage in new experience and environments. It is a method in which the concepts of mathematics are taught using some kind of play activity which the children really enjoy. The examples of play activities which can be included in the field of mathematics are like games, songs, free play, some kind of gardening activity, some kind of construction activities which can be included in the playway method. Role play, projects, theme-based learning, field trips, puppetry etc. can also be a part of playway method. Let us see the examples of playway method. Some play-based schools also follow some level of formal learning as well to ensure that the child is ready for the primary education. Let us now understand actually what are the aims of playway method. The aims of playway method is to make the teaching environment child-centric and child-friendly. Now, what do we understand by the word child-centric? Child-centric means the development of cognitive, affective and psychomotor domain of the children. The child-friendly means child learn willingly in a lively and fun-filled environment. The principles of playway method. The following are few principles underlying the playway method. The first principle is learning by doing. Actually, here the students learn by doing some kind of play. The training of five senses makes all-round development in an individual. The principles of learning by doing involves maximum usage of all these five senses. Any knowledge which a child gains through his head or hands become interesting and purposeful for him. The child experiments and discover themselves the required knowledge by means of playway method. The second principle is the principle of individual difference. The playway method takes into account the individual differences of the learner. Every individual and every child in the class is different in one way or the other. Every individual works according to his differences in different spheres like interest, attitude, sentiments, capability, intelligence level, etc. Even the way the child learns, that means some children learn through seeing, that means they are visual learners. Some are auditory learners, that means they learn by just listening, and some are autistic learners, that means they learn through listening. So, we see that the different type of learner exists in a classroom, and the playway method takes into account all such kind of children. It makes the learning easy and understanding by involving every learner according to his differences. The third principle is sympathetic attitude. Playway method develops a congenial environment in the teaching learning process. It does not create an artificial environment or any compulsion on the learner to learn. Here, everyone is free to do and act according to his interest. Whenever children need suggestions, they accept them without any hesitation. As we can see here, the teacher becomes totally involved in the teaching learning process along with the student who show lot of interest in learning the topic. Let us understand now the characteristics of playway method. Playway method is a very psychological method. Children have interest in play naturally. Thus, by teaching with this method, students don't take studies and burden and feel that mathematics is a part of the play world. All-round development of the child take place. By playway method, students, their physical power, their mental, social, psychological, every kind of development takes place of the learner. Healthy heart rests in healthy body and mind. By playway method, students develop various human qualities also. The third characteristic is that it gives permanent knowledge. This method provides practical knowledge related to mathematic laws, principles and activities. Because of taking interest from beginning to the end, the gained knowledge is stable or permanent in the mind of the learner. The knowledge gained through this method has great importance and it is very useful in a daily life. In fact, the student understand the concept in such a way that it is implemented in the day-to-day life, which is also the recommendation given by the NCF in the constructive approach. The next characteristic is mutual competition. In playway method, an important place is given to the competition, which develops the spirit of mutual competition among the students. This is a very healthy competition, so the knowledge gained through this method develops sportsman's spirit in the students. Next characteristic is that it is based on practical. As this method is based on learning by doing and follows the saying, practice makes a man perfect. In this the student takes active participation in gaining the knowledge. He tries to gain knowledge by using his mind and workmanship through play. Here the students do not feel tired. They learn in the playway method and they do not feel tired. They do not refuse to do any difficult work and take it as a game, and they learn to do the topic in the form of a game. Development of good faith. In this method, students have to work with mutual competition, and they have to participate in at least one game. So this method helps to develop the spirit of cooperation, good moral and social values also in the students. It is a very useful method, especially for the primary classes. The primary class students can learn more easily and effectively by this method using materials and activity. This method is appropriate for primary classes and it makes the learning interesting and entertaining at the same time. Let us now understand the practical application of the playway method in the progressive methods of teaching. The first method is kindergarten method, as this method is also given by the Froebel. So its principles of playway method are implemented in the kindergarten method too. Kindergarten means garden of children. In this method, children are provided with 7 gifts called the apparatus in order to develop the different ideas like shape, color, number, weight, etc. So, the children learn while playing and singing in a happy atmosphere of the kindergarten. It is based upon the play urge of the children. Every activity is designed according to their interest. Here on the screen, you can see the apparatus of the didactic. So, the next method is didactic method. This method was developed by Maria Montessori. It provides sense training to the individuals because sense are the gateways of the knowledge. Especially in the primary classes, the children should learn to utilize all the 5 senses to have an understanding of the object. In this method, the children enjoy, play and learn. The next method is the project method. As a method of teaching, it was used by J.A. Stevenson. In it, the children choose their project according to their interest, urge and capabilities and compare their projects only when they follow certain psychological principles of learning like law of readiness, law of effect, etc. They learn in the real life situation which becomes significant for them. The project method is very useful at an upper primary stage. Delton Plan. This method was devised by Miss Helen in Delton, USA. In it, complete freedom is given to the children to complete their schoolwork according to their interest and capability. Heuristic method. This method was devised by Professor Armstrong. In it, the children discover things by themselves. He experiments and finds out different principles or rules for himself while doing some kind of play activity. The child struggles to find out conclusion for investigation which he chooses voluntarily and happily. Playway in teaching of mathematics. Let us now understand how play can be used in the field of mathematics. Different mathematical operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication and division can be taught through playway method. Counting, simple calculation can be taught by organizing the projects like running a shop, managing a post office, opening a cooperative store, etc. Let us now understand how does play help in learning. Play enables a child to use all his senses and this enables him to learn and understand things quickly and retain them for a long time. Play enables children to make sense of their world. Children possess a natural curiosity to explore and play act as a medium to do so. According to the Canadian Council of Learning, play nourishes every aspect of child's development. It forms a foundation of intellectual, social, physical and emotional skills necessary for success in school and in his real life too. Play paves the way for learning. Let us now understand the playway method, taking few examples from the field of mathematics. On the screen, we can see the first example which is displayed. Here, the counting activity in mathematics can be taught using the clay. Playing with the clay helps the children to develop their dexterity skill. Here we can see the children have made the numbers using the clays and make round balls representing those numbers. So here the students not only learn the number recognition, but they also develop the number sense using and playing with clay. The next is addition using beads. Here we can say, we can see on the screen two children using beads and a rope. It is also called as Ganit Mala. The Ganit Mala, very important activity which can be incorporated in the primary classes, where the students learn to count, learn to add using this mala. Another apparatus which is visible on the screen is a small mala with quite number of beads along with two dices. The children have to throw the dices and then they have to use whatever the numbers are displayed on the top of the dice. They can use it to add that many number of colored beads in the Ganit Mala. For example, here we see that on the first dice 3 dots are there. So they will take 3 beads of one color and put it in the Ganit Mala, and on the next dice there are 5 dots displayed on the dice. So they will take another 5 color of beads and put it in the Ganit Mala and count the number of beads. So while doing this activity, they will learn the process or the concept of counting. The next is using origami to learn about triangles. We can use the cutouts of various triangles and squares, quadrilaterals, to learn about the type of quadrilaterals and the type of triangles. Paper folding activity can also be utilized at this time for understanding the concept of type of triangles and type of quadrilaterals. Here we see that a class activity is going on. Displayed here on the one of the pictures shows the use of the duplicate money, the game money, where the student can learn the concept of notes and coins. The second one shows the running of a shop inside the classroom, where the student learns the concept of money while playing with this particular game. Now here is another activity showing modeling with clay. So the student learn about the concept of longest, biggest and the number while playing with the clay models. This is on the screen. There is another concept displayed where the student learn the concept of bigger and smaller number, and here we can use the concept of, we can use the play activity of puppet. A hand puppet or a paper puppet can be used of a crocodile which eats the bigger number. So the student love this activity when the teacher will display two fishes having two different numbers displayed on top of them or written on top of them, and the student have to take the crocodile towards the fish having the bigger number. Teaching children should be about teaching them in the natural world, and it should be seen as one of the most important events in their life. Here we see on the screen a child seeing the growth of the plant and measuring the length of the plant. On the screen another picture is displayed which shows counting. So the students can count the number of flowers and the butterflies. The teacher can take the students of second and third standard to the ground and play a game with them. The game is called as stand up and sit down. The rule of this game are simple. The teacher will give two numbers and the total of which should be 10. If the total is 10, the student will stand up. If it is less than or more than 10, the student have to sit down. The teacher can also say add or subtract. For example, the teacher can say 7 plus 3. So the answer comes out to be 10. So the students have to stand up. The teacher can also say 14 minus 5. So again it amounts to 9. So the students have to sit down. In this game, the student can be made to practice mental addition and subtraction. So it will be a fun-filled activity where the students who do correctly will remain and the rest of the students who are not able to add and subtract in a given span of time will be out of the game. Looking at all these examples, let us now understand the uses of play-way technique. The first use is that here the children learn by doing. Play-way technique also helps in cognitive development or intellectual development. It also helps in communication development. While playing the game, students have to continuously communicate with each other, so it also helps in language development. It helps in mental solving of the problems, so their mental ability and the problem solving ability also increases. Sensory and motor development also takes place during play-way method. The neuromuscular coordination, which is very important at the primary stage, also takes place during this method. Explore and learn multiple things in a single activity helps learner to learn a number of concepts of mathematics at the same time. The learning stays for a long time. As the students enjoy this activity, so they learn for a long time. The concept gets cleared and all the senses are involved in learning. So it is permanent learning. The mental and the physical health also improves during the play-way method because there is no stress and they enjoy more. Creativity, medium for child to show their capabilities, also is enhanced during this method. They also explore the world around them. They have high motivation from what they have explored, so their learning keeps on happening beyond the four walls of the classroom. The learning outcomes of a curriculum is enhanced during the play-way method. It caters to the needs of learning difference in the children because each learner learns at its own pace and play at its own pace. They become good observer with improved concentration. Development of social skills like empathy, learning the perspective of others, problem solving and competence also enhances. It is very easy to do SWOT analysis of the student using this method. It makes easy for the teacher to cater to the need of different ability children too. It makes the teaching and learning process more lively, interesting and enjoyable. It gives teachers an opportunity to communicate more with the kids and learn also with the kids. It is easy to make children ready to learn and take interest using this method. After going through all the points of advantages of the play-way method, let us now understand the limitations of the play-way method. In the play-way method, the student becomes so busy in games that they start thinking that entertainment is the only objective of the play, forgetting the actual objective of acquiring knowledge, and they end their study in play. The time gets wasted because of the play-way activities and the study is not at all systematic. Sometimes activity and rules are repeated so many times that the teaching remains less and therefore it becomes impossible to complete the syllabus in the allotted time. Some students feel hesitant to take part in the games, so they do not show any interest in this method. This method gives stress on competition, so there is a possibility of erosion of their moral values and develop hate for each other. This method may be little expensive and it may need interesting and attractive teaching aids. I would like to conclude by saying that play-way is informal, child-centric and one of the best technique of teaching which helps in the development of cognitive, affective and psychomotor domain of the children. In this way, true aim of teaching is achieved by this method. It is useful both for the teachers and the children too. Thank you.